1 Reading 2 Kings 2:1-6-14. When the Lord was about to take Elijah up to heaven by a whirlwind, Elijah and Elisha were on their way from Gilgal. Elijah said to Elisha, "Stay here, for the Lord has sent me to the Jordan." But Elisha answered, "As the Lord lives and as you yourself live, I will never leave you." So the two of them went on. 50 men of the sons of the prophets also went and stood at a distance opposite them, while both of them stood by the Jordan. Elijah took his cloak, rolled it up, and struck the water, and the water was divided to the one side and to the other, so that the two of them crossed over on dry ground. When they had crossed, Elijah said to Elisha, "Ask what I shall do for you, before I am taken from you." Elisha said, "Please let a double portion of your spirit be upon me." He said, "You have asked a hard thing. Yet if you see me when I am taken from you, it shall be so for you, but if not, it shall not be so." As they continued walking and talking, suddenly a chariot of fire and horses of fire appeared and separated the two of them, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. Elisha saw it and cried out, my father, the chariots and horsemen of Israel." And he saw him no more. Then he took hold of his own clothes and tore them in two pieces. He also picked up the cloak that had fallen from Elijah, went back and stood by the bank of the Jordan. He took the cloak that had fallen from Elijah, struck the water, and said, "Where is the Lord, the God of Elijah?" When he struck the water, it was divided this way and that, and Elisha crossed over. 2 Responsorial Psalm 31:20, 21-24. You hide them in the shelter of your presence. From the plots of men. You keep them safe in your dwelling. From the strife of tongues. Blessed be the Lord. For he has shown me his marvelous kindness. In a city under siege. Be strong, and let your heart take courage. All you who hope in the Lord. 3 Gospel, Matthew 6:16, 16-18. Jesus said to his disciples, "Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them, for then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. Thus when you give alms, sound no trumpet before you as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may be praised by others. Truly, I say to you, they have received their reward. But when you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And when you pray, you must not be like the hypocrites. For they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and at the street corners, that they may be seen by others. Truly, I say to you, they have received their reward. But when you pray, go into your room and shut the door and pray to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And when you fast, do not look gloomy like the hypocrites, for they disfigure their faces so that they may appear to others to be fasting. Truly, I say to you, they have received their reward. But when you fast, anoint your head and wash your face, so that your fasting may not be seen by others but by your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you.